Hi, this is Grant Scarp. This is my PFTR 1122 exercise progression and regression assignment. First, we're going to talk about open and closed connect chain exercises. The open connect chain exercise is when the distal part of your limb, such as your arm or your leg, is able to move freely through space. And a closed connect chain exercise is the distal portion of your body or limb is firmly resting against something and requires more than one joint movement, more than one muscle group to complete. So starting off with upper body, we'll do open kinetic chain exercise, the bicep curl. Simply raise your arm up and down like that. To make this exercise easier, you can simply just do it with your arm or with a lighter weight, which will change the your center of gravity as well as the shear force on your joint. That's one of the drawbacks to open kinetic chain exercises, that you can create a lot of shear force on joints, which can be negative if you have issues with your joint. And also, to make this exercise more difficult, you can also increase the weight, which also changes your center of gravity and will also increase the shear force on the joint. Next, we'll go into the closed kinetic upper body exercise, which we will do a push-up for. This is a basic push-up. Your hands will shoulder width apart, feet straight out and together, and you just simply go down and up. To make this exercise more easier, you can place your knees on the ground, which increases your base of support and requires much less work from your stabilizing muscles in order to achieve a push-up. To make the push-up more difficult, you can place your feet up on the chair. Which changes your mechanical advantage to make it more, or decreases your mechanical advantage, which makes the exercise more difficult. Next, I'm going to show you lower body movements, starting with an open kinetic chain activity, or exercise rather, the leg extension. To do this, sit in the chair, grab a TheraBand or rubber band, place it around your ankle, hold your foot just off the floor at a 90, and extend the leg out. To make this exercise easier, you can do it without the rubber band, like so. It makes this exercise more difficult. Unfortunately, I don't have any gym equipment here, but there's a leg extension machine as well. This exercise can put a lot of shear force again on your knee, which is why it's an open kinetic chain exercise. Yeah. Next, we're move on to a closed kinetic chain exercise, the squat. Stand about feet shoulder width apart. Look forward, keeping your torso up, and squat down. In order to make this exercise a little easier, you can widen your stance a little, which broadens your base of support, as well as kind of makes you a little bit shorter, which lowers your center of gravity just a little tiny bit. Now, to make this exercise a little more difficult, you can add weight. Most people do this with a barbell across the back, but I don't have one at home right now. So You can just hold a dumbbell. Having the weight changes your center of gravity considerably and will make it much more challenging. Again, so an open chain kinetic exercise or activity is something, again, that's moving the distal portion of a limb. It creates shear force on a joint, allows that distal portion to move freely through space. These are generally for targeting specific muscle or muscle group, like with the curl is the biceps. A closed chain kinetic activity or exercise is something where the distal portion of the limb is fixed to something, like in the squat. That's also really considered functional movement, so there's a lot more than one muscle group involved and more than one joint. As you can see with the squat, there's actually quite a few joints that you're using for that, which makes it a much more functional, practical movement. Hope you've enjoyed my presentation. Thank you very much.